Okay, so hello everybody, what is going on, dudes? It is Kiba Ishimaki here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. Last time we went ahead and saved Metacham at the Wish Cave, earning ourselves the Wish Stone and allowing us to, well, explore the Wish Cave. This time, well, we only have one real mission left, but before we do so, I want to go over a lot of bonus things. Excuse me. A lot of extra areas and things like that. I might as well go over and tell you and show you guys. My rank has not really gone up that much. I don't think I'll be making it to Diamond rank or to Lucario rank. I really tried, but man, this game frustrated me to no end with my terrible luck. I had S and Star rank missions in Wish Cave, and I just couldn't complete them. So yeah, but I do want to show off a few things here and there for you guys, so you guys can all see just what is there available, even after you complete, well, the final story mission, because not only do we have the main story and a post game, we also have a post game. So there you go for that. But to anyone who wants to try and reach Lucario rank or the Ace rank or the Grandmaster rank in DX, by all means go for it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed my playthrough and my fun through it, my laughs, my frustrations, my anger. And yeah, there's really not much else I can say except we just gotta step forward. But yeah, there ain't much else to do. I got these small handful of items here and there, and I don't think I'll be taking, well, I'll have Riptide on with me. But yeah, really all there is left is just to kind of complete this last mission. But before we do that, I want to go over some bonus stuff. So first off, of course, you all know about the Bonsley doll. I don't think there's a way to receive a Mime Jr. doll, unless there is, and we're going to find out after tomorrow. Aside from that, you see that we have all of these. I still haven't done Buried Relic, because my gosh, it's going to kill me if I get through, if I can even manage to get through there. But aside from that, we have all of these after Wish Cave. I did try going through Wish Cave off screen, just so that way I could cut to when I was facing Jirachi, but I've had unfortunate luck, and the only thing I could recommend you guys do is make sure you take a lot of huge apples, take a lot of orange berries, reviver seeds, and elixirs, and just wail on anything for like a good few levels starting off, go up a few floors, and then just keep doing that because the Pokemon get exponentially harder and harder and tougher to defeat. So I really recommend just probably grinding a lot on the very first floor until you hit like a good solid level, like maybe 3 or 4. Go up to floor 5 or 6 and start grinding again, and then just keep going every 5th or 6th floor that you go up. Just start grinding because the game can really kick your ass if you're not careful. Aside from Wish Cave, I guess what I can go over is starting off with the desert region. I might as well show it off, head over here, and show it to you guys so you guys know what to expect. So first off, the desert region is a 20 floor dungeon. Its theme is ground types, so you're going to find them everywhere. If you're looking for ground types, here you go. But aside from that, on the 20th floor will be yourself some keys, I believe, if I remember. Yeah, on the... I don't know what was that about. On the 19th and 20th floor, you can find the keys. We get Wonderful Surprise by Shedinja. You can find that Pokemon here. But yeah, you kind of just get keys on the 90th and 20th floor. So nothing all too special, though. If you're kind of low on keys, you can go through these bonus dungeons and get yourself what you need. I guess next up really is going to be the southern region. Or no, the southern cave. So yeah. Here we go, we enter the southern cavern, which we're just doing a little walk around. We see we got some Seedots, we got some items here and there. Now this dungeon is a bit longer, definitely, than the desert region. It is a 50 floor dungeon. That is incredibly long, though I guess you could say the kind of theme is also ground types. Though we did see a Seedot, yeah, we kind of have, well, the ground type Pokemon being a bit more frequent among these parts. So it's really meant to kind of just counter anybody who brings in just grass types or water types. The grass types will end up subduing them and make this dungeon a bit harder, so definitely do watch out for that. On the 49th and 50th floor, if you have a Scyther or a Onyx, you can get yourself a Steelix and a Scizor. Because on the 49th and 50th floor, you're able to earn yourself um, a Metal Coat. If you're playing DX for Desert Region, you would get like Deluxe, I think a Deluxe chest, some Golden Spikes, and Evolution Crystals. And then for Desert Region and here in Southern Cave, when you hit the final floor, you get some Evolution Crystals, some Deluxe boxes, and a Focus Blast TM. So that's pretty good to watch out for. That's pretty good to get yourselves. But other than that, I say we move on to the next area, which is Wyvern or Wyvern Hill. Blech. Now, Wyvern Hill or Wyvern Hill, Wyvern Hill, Wyvern Hill, however you want to pronounce it. Okay. Okay, that was really weird. Wyvern Hill, however you want to pronounce it, is a dragon and flying based dungeon. So you can expect loads of those typings, and ice types will be your best friend. Maybe some electric types, but mainly ice types or Pokemon with ice type moves. A lot to note about this dungeon is that there's multiple special things on different floors. On the 20th floor in Red Rescue Team, and you can get yourself the Sun Ribbon. So it is the counterpart to the Lunar Ribbon, which is found in I don't remember. I think it was Mount Faraway. The Lunar Ribbon. It's a counterpart to the Lunar Ribbon, which evolves Eevee into Umbreon. You can now obtain yourself Eevee into Espeon with the Sun Ribbon. Moving on from that, on the 29th and 30th floor, you can get yourself some Dragon Scales, and on the 30th floor itself, you can get yourselves the HM Fly, which will allow you to return to Sky Tower. So if you've been waiting to do that, just visit Wyvern Hill, make it to the 30th floor with the key, and you'll be all set. Also, before I forget, because I was just about to leave too, before I forget, in the remake, you can, in Mystery Dungeon DX, you are able to get yourselves 5 deluxe boxes. So there you go. There's your incentive for visiting Wyvern Hill and making it to the 30th floor. Next up, we have Solar Cave. Even though I've already been over this and I've showed you guys this dungeon because, well, you kind of needed to see it. It is still good to go over because there's actually very special things you could find. It is a short 20-floor dungeon, nothing too much to worry about. It's available as soon as you talk to Wishcash about Stormy Sea, but what you can find in here is actually 3 HMs. On the 10th floor, you are able to find yourself the HM move Dive. It is a water-based dungeon. Actually, no, it's a psychic-based dungeon, so psychic types galore are everywhere, so if you want yourself a psychic type, here you go. On the 10th floor, you can find yourself the HM Dive. On the 15th floor, you're able to find yourself the HM Waterfall, and finally on the 20th floor, you can get yourself the move Surf. If you found all 3, you are able to gain yourself some link cables and find some moonstones and sunstones spread about the entire dungeon. As for the remake in Mystery Dungeon DX, it contains 1 Friend Bow at the end, an Energy Ball TM, a Flamethrower TM, an Ice Beam TM, and 2 deluxe boxes right on the 20th floor. So that is crazy incentive to make it to the end. Seriously, that is awesome. And oh man, I do recommend you guys go out of your way to get here, whether you're playing Red Rescue Team, Blue Rescue Team, or Mystery Dungeon DX. It is seriously worth your time getting through this place. It is a short dungeon, and you can get loads of bonus things that can help you progress the story and do a bunch of bonus stuff. So, yeah. Next, of course, is the Dark Knight Relic. Now, we've had access to this area for quite a while, though it's not really necessary to come here. But within this area, in the original game, spawn items have here in Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, there is a chance that spawn items are sticky. You can also find yourself rare TMs and Wonder Orbs in the walls on floors 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, and 15. This is a 15-floor dungeon, super short, and it's filled with ghost types. So if you want yourself ghost types to help you get through Buried Relic, this is the place to look, this is the place to be. They can go through all walls and make your life so much easier when trying to get all the items available. Moving on to the Mystery Dungeon DX, the remake. Making way to the final floor will earn yourself a deluxe box as well as 5 TMs. which are as follows: Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Snarl, Dark Pulse, and Brutal Swing. So those are pretty good items you can get yourself for free just by heading down to the 15th floor. So I do recommend you guys, come here when you can and try to make it to the end. Seriously, it is in your best interest to do so. Next up is going to be the Next, of course, is the Grand Sea. You do need Dive to enter this dungeon, so keep that in mind. But with the Grand Sea, what can be noted is that it's available once you end up collecting the Serene Sea friend area. It is a quick 30-floor dungeon, water-based as you can tell, so grass types and electric types are kind of your best friend in this area, though you can find some ground types, ground water types. Still, grass and electric are your best friends, and they will help you immensely throughout this dungeon. Now, moving on to what can be obtained here. On the 15th floor, if you by chance have a Clam Pearl, you can get yourself the Deep Sea Scale to evolve it into Gorbis, the special defensive evolution. But also, by hitting the 25th floor, you can also gain yourselves the Deep Sea Tooth, which allows you to evolve Climb Pearl into the offensive Pokemon Huntail, which I personally like more. But if you already have collected those items, of course, and in all other previous areas, you will get yourself a link cable instead. And in the remake in Mystery Dungeon DX, of course, you will be receiving 2 deluxe boxes, a calcium, a carbos, and basically all the other vitamins like iron, protein, and zinc. Only thing that really doesn't show up is HP up, which is kind of interesting. But hey, it's always good to keep that in mind. Just be careful and yeah, explore the dungeon and try to make it to the end so you can get your reward. Checking out Waterfall Pond is where we're heading off to next. Excuse me. There is the Waterfall Pond, of course, is inaccessible without the HM move Waterfall. So make sure you have that equipped and set, or you at least carry the TM. Though I wouldn't recommend you carrying the TM. You can bring it along, but you really need the HM Waterfall to be able to check out this dungeon. It is, of course, another water-based dungeon, so grass types again, maybe some flying types because of water grass types, and a few electric types can be your best friend throughout this dungeon. Aside from those, it is a short 19th floor dungeon, and you basically have the chance to recruit any of the starter Pokemon running about here. So yeah, it's really just a better place to allow you to recruit starter Pokemon that you missed out on, or encounter Pokemon that you kind of wanted to recruit along the way but never got the chance to find. So this is basically the place where you're going to be looking, and this is the place where things get a little interesting. There's also that 5% chance of items being sticky, but as long as you can take them back safely, you get yourself some free items like any other dungeon. In Rescue Team DX, at the end, if you can make it, you're rewarded with 2 evolution crystals and a deluxe box. I know it ain't much, but hey, it's quite something for a fairly short dungeon, and it can be quite rewarding with getting a new teammate that you never had before. So there you go. And with Mystery Dungeon DX, there's also the chance you could find mystery houses, which I've never really been over, but we'll be over soon because it's not really an apparent function here in Red Rescue Team. So yeah. Next up, we explore the unknown Relic. Now this dungeon is a bit special. You kind of get the feeling and the vibe of the buried Relic. Am I wrong? Well, in here you can find yourselves, of course, the unknown. You can find all 28 forms of them, though the way it works is quite interesting. You can only find certain letters/forms on certain floors. So, if you want to collect the first floors, or you want to collect the first 4 letters, A, B, C, and D, they only appear on floor 1. If you want the next one, E through H, you need to get to floor 2, and so forth and so forth. In order to collect them all, make sure you have every single unknown form. You must at least make it past floor 7. So, do watch out for that. There really isn't anything special when compared to DX, other than there's a chance that a Ditto can show up. And if that does happen, well, you can go ahead and get yourself a free Ditto on the off chance that you find it. Ditto, though, can transform into being either an unknown or a teammate that you have with you. Other than that, it's a fairly short dungeon, only accessible after getting the age relics A through N and O through question mark. And it's a short 11 floor dungeon, so happy hunt, good luck, and yeah, might as well just keep on going with what's available in the post game. Alright, here we go. One area I was not very excited to check out, but we have ourselves the Joyas Tower. You're reading that right. And I don't want to hit yes on this, really. I just kind of want to talk about it and go over it on this little screen because I don't want to save and have my, save get messed up and lose some items that I have on hand. Joyas Tower is a 99 floor dungeon. Your money will be reduced to 0. You can bring in items in Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, though in Mystery Dungeon DX you cannot. Same for areas like, I think, Western Cave and Wish Cave. Or no, Wish Cave, and I think that's it so far that we've only seen this rule apply. But yeah, it is a 99 floor dungeon, and you probably think you get something super amazing out of this. In Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, your level is reduced to 1. While in Rescue Team DX, your level is 5. This dungeon is fairly hard. There are no legendaries, fortunately, though the most notable Pokemon you can encounter are Chanseys and a bunch of other starter and partner Pokemon that can only be really recruited here. As for that much, there really ain't anything else to go over other than in Rescue Team GX. It contains 12 deluxe boxes and 3 Joy Seeds if you can make it to the end. A little bonus thing is you can find Kecleon shops, and they will provide the chance to purchase yourself a friend bow. So in case you didn't make it through Mount Faraway, or you kind of lost yours in Mount Faraway or somewhere else while rocking it, you can come back to Joyas Tower and get one, though you have to hope you find it with enough cash. Or, you have yourselves Mount Faraway, get to the 30th floor, and make sure you have a key on hand to get yourself a new one. But oh man, besides that, I want to go over, the mystery houses, since I had mentioned them a little earlier. In Red Rescue Team DX, you can potentially run into mystery houses, which, if you have an invitation on hand, a special new item only exclusive to DX, you are able to basically unlock and get free items, free loot, and potentially free partners. It's really all just dependent on how lucky you are with finding it, and if you can make it that far with an invitation. But yeah, other than that, we still got a couple areas, and I have to take care of something real quick, so give me a second. Here we go. The next spot is Far Off Sea. Now, this dungeon is quite unique. It has a few special requirements with this dungeon, as well as something to note. We are unable to swap leaders. It is a 75 floor dungeon. There is a few special things about this dungeon, but first to note is that we are unable to swap leaders and we must stay with who we selected. Secondly, in order to enter this dungeon, you do need a Pokemon with Dive, but you also need to bring along a Water type. It's forced. You must bring a Water type to a water-based dungeon, which is kind of unfortunate. But, I mean, hey, that's kind of expected with these things. Though, do watch out for that. Just make sure you play it safe if you can. Regardless of that, this is a 75 floor dungeon, and there's so much to look around and get. To note, really, you're going to want to bring a few keys while you're scourging around this place, because a couple of these items are unobtainable without it. First up, on the 50th floor, you can get yourself the move Wide Slash, or the move? Yeah, I guess it's called the move Wide Slash. I've actually never heard of that move before, so it's completely new to me. As well as on the 72nd floor, you can get yourself Vacuum Cut, which can be quite useful when facing large groups of enemies. On the 14th floor, monster houses begin spawning left and right, so do watch out for that. As well as going on from floor 56 to 75, you can find a lot of deep sea teeth. So if you're kind of worried about missing out on some, there you go. You can get stacks and stacks of them and keep on loading up. Another special thing about this dungeon is it is the only dungeon in the game that allows you to find Lapras. So if you do want to recruit a Lapras, this is the place to go. This is the place to look. Aside from that, in Mystery Dungeon DX, after completing this dungeon, if you can make it that far, you can get yourselves 3 deluxe boxes, 2 life seeds, an accuracy drink, a power drink, and a PP up drink. So that is exponentially useful for your post game or for even main game, whatever you guys want to do. You guys can visit this place nearly as soon as you gain access to the friend area, Serene Sea, and you've completed the main story. But yeah, that's pretty interesting, pretty cool, and I do want to give you guys just loads of fair warning on that. This dungeon can get quite troublesome for how long it is, and having to bring one water type at least on the trip. But aside from that, make sure you bring some keys, make sure you bring lots of health and PowerPoint replenishing items, and well, best of luck to you. Here we go, Purity Forest. And as you can see, only one Pokemon may enter this dungeon. This team must be reduced in size. Purity Forest is quite absurd. Of course, you only need one Pokemon, you can bring one Pokemon along, but I want to bring notes to issue number 21, the Ultimate Dungeon. Somewhere in the world, there supposedly is an incredibly tough dungeon. One must enter alone at level 1, without any items. No one has ever completed the challenge. It is considered a test not of power, but of intelligence and wits. Purity Forest. I will not be going over it, but I will mention it to you guys because, my gosh, a challenge like this, it is not easy. Purity Forest is a 99 floor dungeon. In Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, you are not allowed to recruit. You go in at level 1 with no items and no money. In Rescue Team DX, you can recruit, and you go in with no items, no money, and you only start at level 5. The reason why this dungeon is so difficult, aside from starting at such a low level, is any items that you take in or any money that you take in Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team are lost. They're deposited in DX, so don't worry about that. There is spawn items have a 5% chance of being sticky, and there's heavy darkness on every single floor. The cool thing, and if you can manage to make it, and I will give big props to you if you can, I won't be testing my luck because, oh man, I don't think I have enough willpower or stamina to actually try this. But if you can manage to make it through Purity Forest, at the end, you make a triumphant, connection with Celebi. In Red Rescue Team, it automatically joins your team without a battle. In Rescue Team DX, it does the same, though in also recruiting Celebi, there's also a chance that you get a shiny Celebi. There's also, in recruiting Celebi, allows the shiny Celebi from Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky, you guys remember those games, can be rarely found in mystery houses as a cameo. So it is kind of in your hopes to try and chance it, go out there and go for it. Now all that's left really is to check out and recommend the Buried Relic. And I never really finished it, so I kind of just want to go in and show you guys just what to keep an eye out for and get to working on. Okay, well apparently I'm not going to answer. Thought I was, but I don't feel brave enough for that because I don't want to have to restart. But I will show on screen kind of the location and go over it briefly. The Buried Relic. As you all know, you save before entering and is a 99 floor dungeon. With the Buried Relic, you have Regirock, Regice, and Registeel on the 15th, 25th, and 35th floor. You receive 3 different parts, conjoin to become the music box. Once obtaining all 3, you have a chance of encountering Mew on floors 36 to 98, though it'll only spawn once on each floor. If the music box is used, it'll break and you will no longer have a chance to encounter Mew. Upon recruiting Mew, if you by chance are able to do it, you will get a free Mew and you will be automatically teleported out. Aside from that, you also have yourselves a few TMs. On floor 45, you can get yourselves the HM Rock Smash. Floor 60, the HM Strength. Floor 70, the HM Flash. And floor 80, the HM Cut. Flash and Cut do require a key, while Strength requires a Pokemon that can pass through walls, such as a Ghost type or something that can destroy walls, possibly a Pokemon with Explosion or Self-Destruct. Cut also requires the ability to pass over water and pass through walls, so your best bet is going to be a Ghost type. If all HMs are found, you get yourself a Link Cable. Aside from that, there's nothing special on the 99th floor, and only in Rescue Team DX do you gain 8 Evolution Crystals, 4 Deluxe Boxes, and 1 Friend Mode. You can get some stat boosting items in the remakes on every wall, and you can also find mystery houses. The only downside and difference that is notable between Red Rescue Team, Blue Rescue Team, and DX is Mew can only spawn on floors 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 98. And additionally, you will not be teleported out of the dungeon, so you must make sure you either make it to the end, or you have yourself a escape warp. But aside from that, that is basically all the bonus dungeons. I know that there's still some that are only exclusive to DX that I won't be going over really, but if you do want some information on those, go check out Mr. Sugar Conroy's Let's Play of Rescue Team DX. He's doing an awesome job. I'm loving every bit of it, and I'm so glad to see him beat Rayquaza. He seems to have an easier time compared to me, but hey, I do recommend you guys go check it out. I do recommend you guys go enjoy. But that's it for now. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you all did enjoy, and next time, well, we're going to be doing our final mission. Peace out, everybody.